5.9c, changes in ecosystems. Number 1. A large pool of trash, known to be the size of Texas, floats around in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Pollution from humans on land and boaters in the ocean have created the patch of trash. How does this pool of trash most likely impact the marine life in the Pacific Ocean? A. Different species of marine animals have multiplied. B. Marine animals have died by mistaking trash for food or getting tangled up in it. C. All the marine animals have moved to a new location. D. Marine life has not been impacted in any way. Number 2. The giant African snail is one of the most damaging snails in the world and was accidentally brought over to the United States. The snail eats over 500 different crops, including peas, cucumbers, and melons. How does the giant African snail cause harm to other animals in its ecosystem? F. By competing with other animals for shelter. G. By competing with other animals for food. H. By competing with other animals for water. J. By competing with other animals for space. Number 3. Which of the following can dramatically cause harm to an ecosystem? A. Humans building highways. B. Invasive organisms. C. Overgrazing of animals. D. All of the above. Which of the following can dramatically cause harm to an ecosystem? Number 4. A nutria is an invasive animal to Texas. Some facts about the nutria are listed below. It was brought to the United States for its fur. It lives in marsh and swamps. It reproduces very quickly. No natural predators. And it feeds primarily on marsh plants, which leaves no roots to hold soil in place. What will most likely happen to the native animals in the marsh and swamp ecosystem where nutrients are introduced? F. Native animals will adapt and survive with the nutria. G. Native animals will decline due to their natural habitat being destroyed. H. The number of native animals will increase. J. The native animals will become natural predator of the nutria. Number 1. All of the human activities listed below can cause negative changes to the environment except A. Building factories. B. Fires. C. Planting new trees. D. Pollution. Number 2. Students design an outdoor garden for growing vegetables. The teacher gives each student a handout with tips on how to maintain a vegetable garden. Part of the handout is shown below. Number 1, keep the soil healthy. Number 2, keep the soil moist. Number 3, evenly space the plants. Number 4, plant flowers to attract insects. Number 5, keep weeds under control. Most likely, it is important to keep the weeds under control in the vegetable garden because F. Weeds compete with the vegetable plants for water, light, and nutrients. G. Weeds will produce too much oxygen for the vegetable plants. H. Weeds will create too much moisture for the vegetable plants. J. None of the above. Number 3. Farmers have to be careful about allowing cattle to overgraze. The chart below shows some of the problems that overgrazing can cause. All right, so here we have the impact of overgrazing, loss of moisture in the soil, loss of species, and we have another impact that you have to find. Which answer choice would best fit in the missing blank on the chart? A, increased rainfall. B, soil erosion. C, increased energy. D, limited space. Number 4. The image below is of a forest of trees that has been cut down to make paper. What is most likely the effect caused by the clearing of the forest? F, a new tree species will grow in the place of the old ones. G, more oxygen will be released into the atmosphere. H, plants and animals will lose their habitat and will either die or relocate. J, more water vapor will be released into the atmosphere. Number 5. Salt cedar is a shrub that is native to China and was introduced to the United States. Salt cedar covers sides of rivers and oozes salt from its leaves, which end up in the soil. What effect does the release of salt into the soil most likely have on an ecosystem? A, the plants in the soil are harmed. B, the soil will begin to dissolve. C, the salt will add nutrients to the soil. D, the native plants will increase.